Today we are going to be doing a BOSU ball workout. This is a BOSU ball. It's basically half a stability ball with a base. We definitely have some in the fitness center. So if you don't have one available, a couple different things. You can either do this workout completely on the floor, no worries. If you feel comfortable doing modifications and using the stability ball, that's totally fine. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at fitness@miner.org, or you can save this, or you can save this for when you are in the gym and you can do this workout. So I'm going to be doing half of these exercises with the dome side up and half of the exercises with the dome side down. When we get to the dome side down part, you are more than welcome to keep the dome side up. Flipping it over is going to make it more challenging. If you'd like to give it a chance, feel free, do your thing, play around. You may need a little bit more time kind of getting on and off, which is great because this is a recorded workout. You can pause it when you need it. Or you might need something for stability, a balance bar or a wall, something like that. So feel free to play, or you can just very easily just keep it with the dome side up. There is no official time for this workout today. We're just going to do repetitions. So we're going to give ourselves a chance to kind of get in and out of the poses and using our prop and not feel so much pressure. But as always, if you need to pause, rewind, anything like that, feel free to do so. Please have some water handy that you're going to be taking advantage of. And so in addition to my BOSU on a nice, stable, non-slip surface, I have this mat underneath here, which I always have. Make sure that it's non-slip. Put the BOSU on the floor and try to push it and see what happens. I also am going to have a yoga mat available for our plank at the end. I'm going to do a plank with the dome side down, so I'm going to have a mat just on the top just for my comfort. But that's really all we need for today. So we have 6 exercises. We have 3 with the dome up, 3 with the dome down, or all with the dome up. Some are right and left sides, and we're going to do 3 rounds of everything. Depending on obviously what the exercise is, we may do a little bit more, a little bit less repetitions, but somewhere around the 10 to 15. Of course, you can always add hand weights to these if you would like. I am not going to, but that's something you can always do. You could always have wrist weights or ankle weights or use your kettlebell, something like that. A weighted vest if you want, totally optional. The big thing with the balance trainer is balance. So that's really going to be our key focus today, using things that are taking our time or doing a full range of motion if we have the ability to do so, and really getting into it. So that is our workout for today. When you're using a BOSU, on the top of the BOSU, there's a sticker or a circle. I'm not sure if it's an actual sticker or not. And then in the back, there's like a little plug. Those are our balance points to start with. You may have them line up, you may not, but that's kind of where we begin to find that's the center of the ball or the dome. So we're just kind of going to adjust as need be. So just to warm it up and get comfortable with what we're doing, let's just stand on the dome. And I find the best way to do it is to put one foot on the dome right in the center and then lift up, but you may find other spaces. So I'm going to bump my camera up so I'm in frame the whole time, and we are going to get started. So get on to your BOSU. Let's see if that works a little bit better for me. And if not, my head really doesn't matter. Okay, it's my feet and my torso that matters. So that's really what I want you to be focusing on anyway. So if I need to hold on for balance, I can. So let's just get warmed up, get figured out what's going on today. So I want you to just slide it forward, middle, and back. Middle and back. Just figuring out what your balance is. Now we're up nice and tall, shoulders aren't stacked on top of hips on top of ankles. And then if you want to, just take a step and step. And you could physically lift a foot or not. Usually when I get started, I'm just telling people to just march in place. And like they're doing like a stair stepper motion. Now we're not going to do any cardio official movements today. We're not going to be doing any jumping on the dome, anything like that. That's something obviously can be done. But for today, we're not doing that. Just because you want to have number one space and really work on that ankle stability before you add in more instability. So we're here. Let's just do 3 and 2 and 1. All right, so I'm going to have my hand just on my hips or wherever, and I'm just going to squat down and come up. Now I'm going to figure out what my balance is when I'm changing the height of me. So figuring that out. We're not really going to do, we're going to do some squats a little bit later, just to give ourselves a chance to kind of get our space. So these are our squats with the dome up. When we get to the squats officially, we're going to be doing them with the dome down. So remember, this is always an option here. So let's do 5, Let's do 4. Let's do 3. And 2. And 1. All right, now I'm gonna hold on for support. I'm gonna stand out for a while so I can be all the way on screen. We're gonna see what your balance is today for one leg. So when we do this officially, it's gonna be dome down, but same, always remember you can do dome up. So let's do a warm up with the dome up. So I'm gonna put one foot with that sticker or that circle right in the center and put it right underneath the arch of my foot. And obviously this is gonna depend on also how bouncy your BOSU is. When you adjust the amount of air in it, it's going to change the wiggle factor. So a lot of times people will adjust based on what their needs are. So things will look a little different and feel a little different from one BOSU to another if they have different inflation factors. So I'm going to lift up. I'm just going to put my toes on the dome and I'm going to lift that knee up and I'm going to see, can I do this today? Do I need to have the toes down? Do I need to have it up? Do I need to have a little balance? What do I need to do? And all I'm going to do is just hold it up and I'm just going to move around that ankle on the leg that's up. And then I'm going to switch it around other side. Now, just because you might be like, oh, this is a little challenging for me, which is good, we like that, and then come on off. But when we flip it over to the other side, the balance is going to be different because you have a flat surface up with the instability on the bottom. This time, the flat is on the bottom and the instability is on the top. So it is going to be a little different as far as feeling. So I always say try it, hold on for balance, get comfortable. You can always flip back over, always pause the video, rewind, go back. Totally fine. All right, so we're going to go to the other side. See how our balance is on the other leg. All right, let's lift that foot up. You always want to make sure that in addition to having a very stable non-slip surface, you have shoes on that are tied nice and secure and switch sides. So you don't want to have your foot slipping and sliding within your shoe. So this is a chance where you're not going barefoot, you're not going socks only, and release. You can do things in the BOSU barefoot, that's fine. Definitely don't do them with socks on, it's just way too slippery. All right, so that is our point here. If you want to, I physically cannot do so. If you want to mess around with having kind of arm stability on the BOSU, like do a plank on the BOSU with your forearms. Let's do a forearm plank. You can have your hands on the BOSU and do that back and forth like we do with the feet. Let's just do a straight plank just to kind of see what it feels like to see if we're going to plank dome up or dome down. So I'm going to be on the forearms and we're just going to hold it out. And remember, you can always be on your knees here. This is always a total option. You can do push-ups here, all that sort of fun stuff. But I'm just going to lift those hips up and there's some instability in my shoulders because I can go back and forth and up and down here. And maybe you want to play, maybe you want to bounce. That's totally cool. We're warming up, we're cool. But just know that that's a factor. So we're going to be here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. All right, so those are our warm-up exercises. So we have our first 3. We're just going to go A, B, and C, 3 rounds of each with this dome up, 100%, all doing the same thing together. So we have single leg bridges, we have back extensions, and we have bird dogs. Those are our plans for today, and I'm going to grab a block just so I can put one arm on the block for me. Totally just modification for me. You don't have to follow suit unless obviously you would like to, but don't think many people have the same exact level of recovery that I have at this exact moment today. But if you do, cool. All right, so we're going to do single leg glute bridges. So we're going to flip over onto our back. We're going to put one foot on that center of the dome. Your hands could be in the back, they can be on the ground wherever they need to be for support. And we're going to have one leg up and crossed over here in this little figure 4 stretch. So we're going to do 10 to 15 repetitions on each leg of lifting those glutes up. If you know for a fact that you 100% want to do a double leg bridge, totally fine. You're just going to do two rounds of it. All right. So let's lift up and then come 3/4 to lay down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Other side. Switch it on out. And let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, release it down. We're gonna flip on over and we're gonna put our belly button or so on this circle. Now, if you'd like to put your feet up against a wall for support, I think I'm gonna have to just because of my space. But that's totally fine if you feel like you're slipping, but you don't necessarily need to. You can just have your feet nice and wide. So this is also going to depend on how long your torso is compared to your legs to see exactly where you're going to be. But what we're going to do is have our hands over across our chest or behind our head and basically do some reverse crunches, back extensions. We're going to go for 12. All right, let's come down. Not for 1. Don't hold your breath. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Take a break. Now, if your knees are on the ground here, that's just going to give you an extra base of support. It's totally fine. If you want to make it harder, bring those knees up. All right, and then we have our bird dogs, and we're going to do 10 on each side. So I'm going to take one knee and pop it right on that dome. And I'm going to take my other arm and put it on the ground. So I am going to be lifting opposite arm, opposite leg here. We're going to do 10 each side. So let's lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's switch it up to the other side. I definitely need to tap down today based on my particular balance, but if you don't need to, you don't have to. You can make it a little harder by staying up the whole time, by just coming down and just kind of releasing and then coming right back up. All right, let's go for 1, 2, balance is better on this side, 3, 4, a little bit, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release it down. All right, we're going to go through that 2 more times, that same thing. So go a little faster now that we know what we're doing. We're going to do those bridges first. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, bring that leg straight into the air, but we're doing the same thing. All right, so let's do going for 15. Ready? Let's go 1, 2. If you feel more secure having that foot closer to you than right on top of the dome, totally fine. Do what you need to do based on your particular balance of your body. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Beautiful. All right, let's flip it on over. We have those extensions. I'm going for 12. Let's go. 1, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, and then we have our bird dogs for 10 each side.
Find your balance points. And let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, one more time through that whole little bit, and then we'll take a break and we'll go over this stuff for round 2. All right, on your mark, get set, and left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Beautiful. Back extensions. And this is only the tiniest little bit of things you can do on this BOSU. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. For dogs. If you're really struggling with something, you can always do it on the floor if you feel like you're wasting so much time doing it on the BOSU. Or you can waste time on the BOSU, your choice. Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. You just get to a point where you're like, I know my balance is not going to get any better. So if you get to that point, feel free to do things on the ground. No worries. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, we are done with circuit 1. So take a minute, grab some water, and then decide, are you going to flip it over and attempt group 2 with the dome down? It's not as scary as you think, but you can do what you need to do for you. So I'm just gonna get this set for my forearm planks on the other side, because while you can do the forearm planks just fine with the dome up, dome down on that hard surface, it's a little hard. So that is going to be our setup for me for the dome down planks. So we have our single leg balance on the right and the left side. And then we have squats, regular squats, and then we have regular planks. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so for the balance, it's gonna take a little bit longer because we have both sides to do, and we're gonna do 10 of everything. 3 rounds there. So what I'm going to do, and I'll show you off the dome first, I'm going to do 10 kicks forward, 10 kicks to the side, 10 kicks back, and then I'm going to do 5 full kind of half circles. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10 total, but just 5 each way is going to be considered one, so I don't know. So that's going to be the bulk of our work for this for the time. And we're going to do 15 squats, and then I need to get my timer, and we'll do some planks. We'll do a 1 minute plank, a 45-second plank, and a 30-second plank. Sound good? Okay, let me get my timer near me so I don't have to waste too much precious time getting it set up. Okay, awesome. So he's saying if you want to hold on for balance, getting on, totally fine. No problems whatsoever. But what I like to do is put my foot right in that middle of that plug. And you're not going to see my face again, but it's fine. You know what I look like, no worries. Just make sure you have enough space. So I'm going to move a little bit in here just so I have enough space all directions. All right, so I'm going to take one foot, lift it on up, find my balance, and I'm not going to look at the camera because it's going to trip me up. Foot in front, and let's lift for 1, 2, 3. Arms out, totally cool. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keeping my hips as level as they can be. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Come on off. Shake, foot around. Get your balance back. Get your sea legs off. Grab some water if you want. Then we're going to do that same thing on the other side. Putting those arms out is just like a tightrope walker using the long pole. It's totally fine. Use it. And then if you don't, if you need to put your hands down or want to put your hands in a different position, totally fine. But that's not considered a negative in my book. If you're shaking around and having stability that you have to work on, that means your body is moving forward in progress. All right, other side. Lift up, find your balance on this side. It's going to be different. And lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You pick the height, just make sure it's the same each time. And to the side. BOSU is amazing for skiers. I'm too chicken to ski. I was very bad at it. Wasn't my cup of tea, and come on back. But I do know that doing these one-legged stabilizations and ankle and knee and hip stabilizations are amazing. 7, 8, 9, 10, and forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come on off. All right, that's the longest part of our second round, and it'll go a little faster on the second and third time because you know what we're doing. All right, so we're just going to do regular squats. We're going to do 15 of them. What I like to do is get again. I'm just going to hold on for balance for this. You can come up a couple different ways. You can either just put one foot in and then kind of adjust and kind of get your stabilization. You can hold on for balance, or what you can do is you can hold on, dip it, and then come on up. I find that's the most easy way to get on for me. I like to hold on for that because my ankles are definitely at a non-stable angle there. All right, so we're going for 15 squats. Let's go down for 1, sitting back, 2. I'm coming up 3/4 of the way up. 3, 4, but you can come all the way up if you want. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess it's more of a squat pulse. 9, 10, but it's burning. We got 5. We got 4. We got 3. We got 2. And we got 1. And so I come up the same way. All right, so we have those planks. So I'm gonna do, the first one is going to be 1 minute long. You may do a different time for sure. But I'm going to pen out a minute for this first one, 45 seconds for the second one, and 30 seconds for the last one. I will see what kind of shape my upper body is in today. Downhill horribly, but I'm working on it. So no judgment from the peanut gallery, but I'm gonna make sure that I have the best plank that I can do. I'm gonna have those feet nice and wide for a good base of support. All right, let's start in 3 and 2 and 1. Neutral neck. We are 30 seconds in. How are you doing? "15 seconds. Don't let those hips drop." Whew. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and come down. Whew. All right, let's get set up for the second round. Same thing, we're just going right from one right to the other without any explanations. Feel free, we're gonna tap our feet down and kind of reset in between each time, so don't worry about that. But no more explanations because you know what's going on. All right, we have our first legged, one-legged balance, 10, 10, 10, and 10. Come on up. All right, and let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and behind for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come off, shake it out. Second side. Come on up. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come on down. Honestly, if you're doing that with the right speed and the right concentration, by the end of those repetitions, you should be ready to get off. I know I am. All right, let's do those squats or squat pulses. Let's do 15. Find your balance. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Squeeze those glutes. 9, 10. Back straight. Whew. 4, 3, 2, burning. 1, come on off. All right, we have our planks number 2. 45 seconds. Get set up. Do a quick little water break after this plank is done, because I know I need a little drink. All right, 3, 2, 1, and go. We have 15 seconds left. Three, 2, 1, and down. All right, grab some water really quick, and then we're gonna go through one final time, get you guys in and out without too much extra hassle. We'll do this one. We'll do a couple little pull down stretches, and then you'll be on your way. All right. Foot 1. Let's knock it out safely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come off. Oh, your feet probably are getting a little sore too, because you're having to divide that weight amongst your whole foot and really kind of spread those toes wide, hopefully, in your feet. And come on up. And if you're feeling like you're not doing that, really try to work on that. It will definitely change the way you stand and feel the intensity. That's for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, come on off. 2 more exercises left for this workout. We have our squats. Big breath in, big breath out. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Oh my goodness, I am done with the squats. 30-second plank hold is our last thing. On your mark, get set, and plank. It's only 30 seconds, you can do it. But if 30 seconds is too much for you today, do what you can. Drop to those knees, spread those feet nice and wide, come to the ground, do your thing. We have 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Beautiful. Grab some water. I'm just gonna pop this mat out of the way, and I'm going to flip. You're gonna stay. Okay. I'm gonna flip my dome over. Just have a seat. Alright, so we're sitting on a dome, having a grand old time. You can sit on the ground too, totally fine. Let's just do a couple stretches and we'll get you on with your day. So I'm going to have my knees spread apart, and I'm going to be taking my elbows and pushing them farther apart. And then I'm going to lean forward, so I'm getting a really nice inner thigh stretch. If inner thighs is something that you struggle with as far as flexibility, I have a full yoga class just on inner thigh and groin stretches, both for the Rise and Shine and for the Express, so check it out. They were done in November. It's literally in the title, so you should be able to find it. And release, drop one foot down. I'm gonna reach one hand and then take the other hand up and over. And you go a little deeper. Because I'm on the BOSU and I have my hips lifted, I have a little bit more range of motion than I would when I'm on the ground. And release, and let's switch over to the other side. Push it down and then come on up with the upper body. Saying we didn't do very much upper body at all with this workout because I cannot. If this is something that interests you and you're like, you know what, Jen, I like that BOSU workout. Can we do one with hands? And release. Hopefully then I'll feel a little better and I can. And if I can't, maybe Jessica or Alex or Henley can do it. So let's do a little tricep stretch. Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of planks and push-ups and doing exercises like bicep curls and shoulder presses on the ball and stretching out. And release. All right, so I'm going to bring one knee on the ball and one other foot in front. I'm going to be on the ground too. I'm just going to lean it forward. Stretch out those quads and hip flexors. Oh, that didn't work very well. Okay, so if my foot is on the ball like this or on a very squishy surface, I can reach down and pull that foot in and definitely get a much more intense stretch on those quads. Oops. I'm going to release that foot nice and easy. I'm going to shift over to the other side. Alright, let's see how this side goes for me. So let's lean on in. And I'm going to have to cross over and grab versus just, but if you have the ability to grab with both hands, definitely grab on the same side. You want as straight of a line as possible. So I'm gonna reach and grab. And then release. And I'm going to stand on up. I'm going to be done. Thank you so much for coming to this fitness challenge with me. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. If you do it with at home, at work, on the ground, whatever. Tell me how it went. I'd love to hear it. See you later. Bye.